The 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup will see the best footballers on the planet do battle. France defender Wendy Renard is one of women's football's most decorated stars. While co-hosts New Zealand are desperate for World Cup success on home soil. Immerse yourself in the biggest sporting event of the year with the Contenders. The 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup will be the biggest sporting event New Zealand has ever hosted. Serving as co-hosts alongside trans-Tasman neighbours Australia, it presents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for New Zealand to create a lasting legacy for women's football.
We have another first for this tournament, and it's the first time that we've brought both the member associations, the confederations and FIFA together to look at legacy, and it's for the tournament. So it's not just about legacy now, it's about legacy beyond at the end of the tournament. How are we working together to elevate the game, to increase participation?
It's going to bring down the best athletes in the world to play in our backyard. Inspirational role models from around the world that young Kiwi boys and girls can watch and learn from.
Hosting a tournament of such enormity comes with heightened pressure and expectation to perform. But it's something the football ferns are embracing as they prepare to face the world's best.
I mean, it's pretty unreal. I got up this morning to hear the announcement, and yeah, I was just ecstatic. It's an amazing opportunity for New Zealand football and just for sport in general. And for me personally, it's going to be amazing just to have my family and friends all there to support us. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Back in 2008 it was. I was a wee 16, 17-year-old running around and obviously never thought that you would ever get a Women's World Cup here in New Zealand. So, it was growing back then, but it's growing so much more now. And, that kind of 10 years you've seen, I guess last year in the World Cup there was over, 260 million people watched that final. So to have that here in New Zealand, it'll be a bit of a full circle for me.
The team is captained by Ali Riley, a role she's held since April 2017. The defender is the heart and soul of this New Zealand side and became just the second Kiwi to earn 150 international caps. While they've competed at 5 Women's World Cups, New Zealand's history at the tournament doesn't make for pretty reading. The Kiwis have never progressed past the group stage and are still waiting for their maiden win at the finals, having lost 12 of their previous 15 games. They lost all 3 matches at the 2019 World Cup, scoring just once, an own goal, in a heartbreaking 2-1 loss to Cameroon. But the football ferns have been placed in one of the most even groups at the 2023 World Cup. The co-hosts have been drawn alongside Norway, the Philippines and Switzerland in Group A. All 4 nations will fancy their chances of advancing to the round of 16. And while they have struggled so far in 2023, losing multiple friendly matches, New Zealand certainly aren't short on self-belief.
We're here to perform the best we can on these days, and on those days I think any team can win.
New Zealand will play in the opening game of the 2023 World Cup against 1995 champions Norway in front of a full house at Eden Park in Auckland.
The growth of the women's game over the last year has been absolutely phenomenal, and I just witnessed that in England at the Women's Euros with sold-out stadiums everywhere. I think Kiwis and Aussie do get a sense of what's coming, but some of the images that we're seeing and the stories that we've been reading about these sold-out stadiums is certainly paving the way for us in the lead-up to FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023.
It's going to be an incredible start for the FIFA Women's World Cup this year. We, of course, have the opening match and the opening ceremony in Auckland, where the New Zealand football ferns will take on Norway.
Winning a first World Cup game would be a landmark moment for women's football in New Zealand. Advancing from the group would be one of the nation's finest sporting achievements.
I think New Zealand is a great sporting country. We're a beautiful country for people to come and visit, and we put on awesome sporting events, so we're ready.
Up next, she's won it all at club level, but Wendy Renard's CV has one glaring absence. Wendy Renard is an icon in women's football. Her trophy haul at club level is simply jaw-dropping. Renard joined Lyon as a 16-year-old in 2006, and a plethora of silverware followed, winning an astonishing 15 league titles, 9 French Cups, and 8 Champions League crowns, while scoring over 130 goals in 400-plus appearances.
In my career, I have played with different teams, but always with the same spirit. I haven't changed since I arrived here, or since I was born. My goal is always to win, to fight, to enjoy myself. When I wear my football boots, it's because I want to win. Otherwise, I would stop playing football and I would play 5 against 5 matches on the beach in Martinique. I want to write history. I want to leave a mark, and I can leave this mark with what I do on the pitch.
The defenders' dominance has coincided with Lyon becoming arguably the biggest and most successful club in women's football. She's also the owner of many individual awards, including 7 appearances in the FIFA Women's World 11. Not only is Renard a generational centre-back, she's also a natural-born leader who dons the captain's armband for both club and country. She's led Lyon to trophies galore, but major silverware with France is yet to be accomplished. While it's the one noticeable absence from her trophy cabinet, Renard will go down as a Bleues legend. She sits in the top 10 for all-time appearances and goals for her country. And her goal-scoring exploits were on show at the 2019 World Cup. Renard scored 4 goals at the 2019 finals on home soil, more than any other French player and defender at the tournament. But it wasn't enough for France to win the World Cup, eliminated at the quarter-final stage by eventual champions, the United States. A semi-final appearance at Euro 2022 followed, but a 2-1 loss to Germany saw Le Bleu fall just short of making a maiden major tournament final.
Of course, there is disappointment and frustration because we were 90 minutes away from the final and we did not achieve the goal.
Losing important knockout games is something Renard is not accustomed to. And now entering the twilight of her outstanding career, time is running out to win a major trophy with France. The 2023 Women's World Cup provides Renard with her next opportunity to achieve national team glory. The magnitude of representing France at a World Cup is not lost on the defender.
The World Cup is the most beautiful competition to play with your country. There is no doubt about that. Even if the Olympic Games and the Euros are also magnificent. When I was a child, I dreamed about playing in a World Cup. It will be my 3rd World Cup personally, this time at home, and that doesn't happen every 4 years. So we will have to give our best to reach our goals.
But just months out from the 2023 finals, Renard dropped a bombshell, declaring herself unavailable for the national team after a dispute with then France coach Corinne Giac. Renard announced via a statement that she will not play at the World Cup to preserve her mental health. She also raised concerns about France's football system. Renard's decision to step away from the national team forced the French Football Federation into action. After conducting an internal investigation, the FFF dismissed Giac in March after conceding a major fracture with senior players had reached a point of no return that was damaging the team's interests. Giac was replaced by Hervé Renard, who named the French captain in his first squad for international friendlies in the build-up to the 2023 World Cup.
As to what happened before, I was not there. I have only taken charge this week, and what happened before me is not my business. I focus on the present and the future. Opinions are divided, rightly or wrongly, but the important thing today is that we move forward. We can pay tribute to Corinne Giac, who obtained very, very good results with the French women's team. Now that a new page has been turned, we must be as positive as possible.
With Renard now back in the national team fold, stability will be the key for France as they aim to become world champions for the first time. And the celebrated defender will hope to finally get her hands on women's football's most prized trophy. Coming up, how referees and match officials are preparing for the 2023 Women's World Cup. Without referees, football simply cannot exist. Referees and their assistants are there to control the behavior of players and coaches while enforcing the rules of the game. And when it comes to the FIFA World Cup, only the best referees are chosen to officiate matches on football's greatest stage. A total of 33 referees, 55 assistant referees, and 19 video match officials have been appointed for the 2023 Women's World Cup, including Australian official Casey Rybelt.
It's a privilege and an honour to be selected for a World Cup, but there's something extra special to be able to do that on home soil. I think that being able to share the thing that I love with my family and my friends, they'll be able to come and watch the matches, but also to leave, I guess, a legacy in my country for women's football. I hope that it will grow and inspire young women to either play or to referee. That's my hope.
Another referee selected for the 2023 World Cup was American trailblazer Catherine Nesbitt.
I am very excited for the Women's World Cup this year. I was able to participate in the 2019 Women's World Cup, and for me this was some of the most fun I have ever had. The football is incredible, and I think we will see even better football this time around, new players, new teams, so I'm very excited.
In 2020, Nesbitt became the first woman to referee a championship match in professional men's sport in North America, officiating the MLS Cup final between the Columbus Crew and Seattle Sounders. She then created more history at the 2022 Qatar Showpiece, becoming the first woman in refereeing history to officiate a men's World Cup knockout stage game.
The experience was absolutely incredible to be a part of Qatar 2022. For me, it was a dream come true to be able to officiate at a Men's World Cup. So for me, the experience was absolutely incredible.
Nesbitt was one of 6 female match officials chosen to oversee games at the 2022 World Cup.
I think that all the doors are open now, and there are opportunities for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're female, male, or any criteria. Everybody now has the opportunity to participate at any level of football, so I encourage everybody to work their hardest and achieve their dreams.
While every confederation has a match official that will be involved at the 2023 World Cup, FIFA is urging countries to do more to support female referees.
We still have challenges for women in football. It's a reality that while many countries really support their referees, have been selected, I mean, they're representing their country on the world stage. And still we have countries who don't give enough matches to these women referees, who don't take them to the training courses with their elite referees. So we're still needing to make sure that the countries are doing everything possible in concert with FIFA, together with us, that they really believe in these women referees and they give them the support they need at home.
With the Australia and New Zealand tournament fast approaching, selected match officials fine-tuned their skills at FIFA preparatory seminars in Doha and Montevideo, attending several classroom and practical sessions. Under the watchful eye of ex-Italian referee Pierluigi Collina, referees reviewed and analyzed video clips of real match situations and took part in practical training sessions with players, which were filmed to ensure participants received instant feedback.
It's crucial because we monitor them during all the time, we follow them, we offer them all the support, and these seminars are the occasion to work with them directly, to see them in presence, to work on the field of play, to get some feedback from them, to make some evaluation of their fitness conditions or their health conditions, try to see if anything is needed in order to provide the best solution.
Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is also a high priority for referees as they look to put their best foot forward in front of the watching world.
We're really focused on making sure that the referees are correctly taking care of themselves because unlike the players, in some cases, these girls have other jobs, they have other work that they do, and so they have to find this balance. But with the goal, again, of being 100% ready. With them staying healthy, we're sure to have a successful World Cup.
The best referees, you can't notice that they're there. So, very minimal controversy, they're not the centre of attention, and the best ones know that. So they don't get all emotionally involved or anything. But yeah, the best referees you can't really notice. It's about knowing that they're human and they're going to make mistakes just like we do, and you need to be reminded of that sometimes. So I think it's great for us that they show their human side and that they're not going to get it right 100%. And it's hard enough for them as it is because we're seeing it now that most sports have more referees covering more angles, and what you used to do with 2 referees on a basketball court, you now need 3 plus the video. So I think we might have to adapt and add a couple more referees onto the pitch for our game and get rid of VAR. Goal line technology is great, but a toe offside when your body or your shoulder keeps a player onside and they're getting better at how quickly it's being done and how many eyes are on the video. What I've found is when you slow down a replay, you can't actually tell whether a player has engaged. So once we get into that territory, we're into dangerous ones. At the highest level, yes. I feel like, we've got some great referees, but just like in the men's game, they poach all our best referees. So you see a lot of our female referees going and reffing the male side of the game. And we're continuously trying to build up the next set of referees. But I'm finding that just because we're females, we're just getting female referees. And I feel like that too is showing a bit of inequality, because you should be getting the best referees that are available for that weekend. It's always exciting when you line up and you walk out and you're like, oh, great, I've got a good referee this time. And there's countless referees all over the world. There's especially good ones in Asia that are just fantastic. And all credit to all referees. It's a hard job at the best of times.
Still to come, we take a look at Brisbane Stadium, one of the major venues for the 2023 Women's World Cup. Brisbane will take centre stage at the 2023 Women's World Cup when the FIFA Showcase event comes to town in July and August. Chosen as the host city for the 2032 Olympic Games, Brisbane will play a huge role in hosting the 2023 World Cup. And all roads lead to Brisbane Stadium, where a total of 8 World Cup matches will be played. 5 of those will come during the group stage, including Australia's Matchday 2 meeting with Nigeria on July 27. Brisbane is where European champions England will open their World Cup campaign against tournament debutantes Haiti on July 22. The venue will also host a round of 16 clash, a quarter-final, and the playoff for third place, the tournament's penultimate game. Opened in 1914, Brisbane Stadium can seat just over 52,000 fans and has a cauldron-like atmosphere when at full capacity. Located in the suburb of Milton, just 3 kilometres from Brisbane's CBD, the state-of-the-art venue accommodates both football and rugby. And the 2023 World Cup will add to some of the major sporting events that have taken place at Brisbane Stadium. The ground staged 7 games at the 2015 Asian Cup, including Australia's 2-0 quarter-final win over China. Socceroos legend Tim Cahill wowed the Brisbane Stadium crowd with a crucial brace, highlighted by this stunning overhead kick.
Ricciardo, similar sort of delivery. Cahill went for it, couldn't reach it. Back in by Franich. And Cahill goes for the spectacular. What about that? What about that? Oh, Timmy Cahill. He's an absolute star. And in the really big games, you need your really big players. And that is a really big goal.
It also hosted 3 memorable A-League Grand Finals, with the Brisbane Roar, one of the ground's major tenants, victors on each occasion. In front of crowds of over 50,000, the Roar won thrilling Grand Finals in 2011, 2012 and 2014, making the stadium a fortress during that successful era. And there's bound to be more drama when the 2023 Women's World Cup rolls into Brisbane.